Shenanigans.
You mean Shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Evil shenanigans.
Shenanigans, right?
Shenanigans.
Lives in Ashland, or used to. Or,
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah, look at his beginnings. You know, he came from meager. He came from a film school, cult classic to B-rated movies his entire career.
Oh, man. Oh, Bruce Campbell. I love Bruce Campbell. The Evil Dead movies. The first one's my absolute favorite horror movie. Campy and silly, of course, but it's such a simple premise, such a simple movie. I love it. And, of course, the sequels are just fantastic.
Yeah, number 2 was kind of weird. I thought it was odd how they just kind of remade the same movie over again. But Army of Darkness was just off the hook. And it must have been, finally he got some type of budget. I think the first one was like a film studio version. Like he made it, and he didn't have anything behind him, so they published it or whatever. And I think number 2 was kind of now someone was behind him. He had like a studio or something.
Yeah, kind of like, hey, look what I made. Give me some money and I'll do better this time.
And well, once they did, and he did, I mean, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, all the little Bruce Campbells running around.
So good.
That shit was hilarious, man. It was one of the funniest things ever.
Oh, man, I love that movie.
It was fun to watch, and it's fun to quote, Ash
Definitely.
and housewares and all that stuff.
Oh, man. Easily one of the most quotable movies.
It's definitely, I think the movie that my family quotes the most would have to be probably Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife will text me stuff like, I remember what it was last time. It's like, I know Cops comes on at 7 or something like that. I don't remember which one. Cops doesn't come on until 3. Whatever the thing was, she'll text me that, and something about, I'm not going to call him Dad, even if there's a fire. So, I mean, I get a whole bunch of those from, every now and then the kids who join in. They're pretty funny too, but they're not quite as, Jen and I got to the point where I start sending her texts just using emojis and try to spell out a story. And then she'll send me back what she thinks it is. And that's a lot of fun. And if anyone wants to try that, you come up with, you can keep it clean or you can be dirty. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, of course.
I can't tell what the things I sent to her the last time because it was pretty gross. Like, it could have been, if someone else had got the message, they would have been like, oh my God, what does this mean?
And blocked.
Yeah, no more. Amber Alert.
Or just send out random emojis. You're like, yeah, figure that one out. And she's, I don't know what that means. Okay, good, because I was just sending random shit.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, is that someone will put something together in their own head. And I know what you were trying to say. No, you don't.
No, I was asking to take the dogs out. What?
I wasn't trying to say it.
Step Brothers, definitely classic, of course, hilarious. I think probably the most quotable movie that I can think of would be Anchorman.
It works because it's got real bits of Panther in it.
What is it, 60% of the time it works, 90% of the time, or all the time or something?
I think it was 60% of the time, works 100% of the time. Or was it 90?
Right?
I can't remember.
That doesn't make sense.
I love lamp. Are you just pointing at things in the room? I love carpet. I'm pretty sure you killed someone.
I know, I saw that. You may want to hide out for a while.
Yeah, lay low, I think.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a good one. There's a whole bunch of them.
So good. That and I think maybe Airplane might be another really quotable.
That movie was almost made to be quotable.
It was.
So you kind of, the ones that are like that, I think maybe lots of movies are made to be, but
they're just not funny.
No, they're funny, but like Airplane or like Mel Brooks movies and things like that, those types of I guess satire, I guess they're considered. They have quotable stuff, but the movie's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
I think some of my favorite stuff is kind of in the heat of the moment. In fact, during Step Brothers, when it's like, I heard you yell rape, and it's like, well, at one point he said, let's get it on. Right?
So I thought he was going to rape me.
Yeah. I was about to fight. So those are the things that I find the funniest. They seem to relate more to more of a serious thing, but come out funny.
Yeah.
Instead of a guy trying to be funny, which I appreciate because I like to think I'm funny. I like to try to be funny. Doesn't always succeed.
Emphasis on the word think.
Yeah, think and try. Think and try. Story of my life.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you have some kids?
I do.
How many?
4 that I know of.
No, that's always the comedian right there.
Yeah, I've got 4 little ones, 2 with my ex, 2 with my wife.
Yep.
And if anybody is interested, they are for sale still. Please take them off my hands. Absolutely. I pay you. Please.
I can't take them. I got 2 of my own, but they're teenagers. I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old. So you met the 16-year-old. The 18-year-old, he's off to work. Had surgery on his elbow. He had broke his elbow when he was in football, and little pieces of the elbow got stuck in between his joint. And he couldn't move it there one time.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're like, we know that there's a problem. And he went to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, dude, there's fragments everywhere. So they finally went in there. It was only supposed to take like half hour. It ended up taking like an hour because they found more fragments. But they got them all out.
Yeah, I'd rather spend more time under the knife making sure it's all
Just
out.
one time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not 2, not 4. So he's healing up good, but he's stubborn. He moves his arm a little too much, and I was helping him as much as possible. When you turn 18, you think you know everything, and he's a really smart kid. We've bragged about how smart he's been since he's been little, which is probably an issue because now he's got this God complex about, and it's not too bad, but he does what he has in intelligence he lacks in experience. So we're trying to help him understand that there's things that you got to learn, not that you just can automatically know. Even if you have knowledge, you just experience, man. You know. Well, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Yeah, I'm 41.
Yeah.
So over time, those things, the experiences, are what it makes all the difference in the world. Just
Absolutely. In fact, I've gone back to my mom and I was like, "Hey, Mom, I'm really sorry for when I was a teenager." She's like, "What do you mean? You know, just being a little asshole, and and all the remarks and talking back and thinking I knew everything. I'm sorry, Mom." She's like, "Well, thank you. I appreciate that."
Yeah, no,
and then she beat me for it.
No, I never told my parents I was sorry. Well, I think I may have a few times. Now that I think about it, I have. I've told them sorry. I was horrible. I was a bad kid. Got in a lot of trouble. Got kicked out of lots of schools. Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best of times.
You mean shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Evil shenanigans.
Shenanigans, right?
Shenanigans.